Hey, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. I hope that you are in the peace, in the power, and in the grace of my Yeshua on this Shabbat. Today, Yah has called me to give a word, and I pray that you are ready to receive it. For those of you that connect now or that connect later, I pray that this message ministers to you and that it deals with your heart today. And please, I pray that Yah has prepared your heart to receive this message and your ears to hear this message, and that it touches you, and that it changes you as you listen to it today. Amen. So we are going to be out of the book of Jeremiah chapter 9. So go with me to Jeremiah chapter 9. We're going to start a little bit we're going to start in verse 1, and then we're going to stop and talk about it. Amen. So let's go. Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 1 says, "Oh, that my eyes were a fountain of tears, I would weep forever. I would sob day and night for all my people who have been slaughtered. Oh, that I could go away and forget them and live in a shack in the desert, for they are all adulterous and treacherous. My people bend their tongues like bows to shoot lies. They refuse to stand up for the truth, and they only go from bad to worse. They care nothing for me, says Adonai. Beware of your neighbor. Beware of your brother. They all take advantage of one another and spread their slanderous lies. They all fool and defraud each other. No one tells the truth. With practiced tongues, they tell lies. They wear themselves out with all their sinning. They pile lie upon lie and utter refuse to come to me, says Adonai. Therefore, the Lord Almighty, Yahweh Sabaoth, says, see, I will melt them in a crucible and test them like metal. What else can I do with them? For their tongues aim lies like poison arrows. They promise peace to their neighbors while planning to kill them. Should I not punish them for this? Asked Adonai. Should I not avenge myself against a nation such as this? I will weep for the mountains and wail for the desert pastures, for they are desolate and empty of life. The lowing of cattle is heard no more. The birds and the wild animals all have fled. I will make Jerusalem into a heap of ruins, says Adonai. It will be a place haunted by jackals. The towns of Judah will be ghost towns with no one living in them. Who is wise enough to understand all this? Who has been instructed by Adonai and can explain it to others? Why has the land been ruined so completely that no one even dares to travel through it? The Lord replies, Adonai replies, this is what happened because my people have abandoned the instructions I gave them. They have refused to obey my law. Instead, they have stubbornly followed their own desires and worshiped the images of Baal as their ancestors taught them. So now listen to what Adonai, Elohim, Yahweh Sabaoth of Israel says, look, I will feed them with bitterness and give them poison to drink. I will scatter them around the world, and they will be strangers in distant lands. The enemies will chase them with the sword until I have destroyed them completely. I'm going to stop right there. What am I speaking to you about today? What I'm speaking to you about today is we must examine our hearts. Listen, we're living in a time where you can trust no one. The very people that say that love you will set you up. The very people that say that they got your back will stab you. They, you know, we are really living in a very sad time. While you're sitting there and sometimes you trust what somebody else says and you listen to what they're saying, and you might be a genuine person. Your heart just might be genuine. Okay? But they're trying to figure out how to kill you. They're trying to figure out how to take you out. They're trying to figure out how to set you up. They're trying to figure out how to trap you. And yeah, today it's saying, listen, don't trust no one. Don't listen to no one. The very people that might be telling you that they love you and smile in your face might be the same one setting a trap for you. So Yah today, number one, is calling those of us who proclaim to be Yahweh's children, who proclaim to know him, who proclaim to follow him. He is saying, you need to check your heart. Make sure that whatever you're doing is not to set somebody up. Make sure that you are truly loving the person that you are next to. Make sure that you are watching out for the people of Yahweh. Check your heart. We've got to check our spirit. We have to check our heart. We have to check our mindset. Don't be sitting here setting people up. Because what Yah is saying here is he is going to come down and he is going to judge people based on what they're thinking, what they're setting, and what they're doing. So Yah is saying we've got to check our hearts and make sure that whatever that we are doing out of the genuineness of our hearts. And stop setting people up. Stop setting traps. Stop lying to each other. Yah is saying, I will scatter you. I will send you to the other parts of the earth. Because, I must say this. There has been places that Yah has sent me. And it gets to a point that there are certain people that when they come together, they become evil. And what Yah does is, when you have people gathering in a place that when they come together, it becomes evil, what Yah does is he breaks it up and he scatters them and puts them in different places away from each other. You know why Yah does that? Because whatever you're doing in conjunction and in connection with these people becomes evil. So we need to make sure that whatever that we are doing, whatever that we are planning, whatever that we are speaking about, whatever we are approaching to do or concerning our neighbors, right? That you are genuine about it. Because if you're setting people up, Yah is going to come down to judge you. So today Yah is saying we must check our hearts and we must check our spirits to make sure that we're not setting our brothers and sisters up. Now, with that being said, those of you that belong to Yahweh, those of you that follow Yahweh, those of you that are trying to do your best to follow his truth, his way, his laws, don't trust nobody. Do not trust anybody. Listen, do not trust anyone. And make sure that whoever is connected to you, that you're praying about this person day and night. That Yah reveals to you their intentions and their hearts. Because sometimes the very fact that you are genuine and that you are kind will attract some folks to you, the good and the bad. And you have to have discernment in your spirit to separate the good from the bad. So today, make sure that if you are a child of the Most High, that you are depending on Him for absolutely everything. And anyone that approaches you, because we are living in very, very interesting times where people are setting people up. I'm going to leave that right there, and I'm going to continue on out of the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9. This is what Adonai Almighty says. Think about what is going on. Call for the mourners to come. Quick, begin your weeping. Let the tears flow from your eyes. Hear the people of Jerusalem crying in despair. We are ruined. Disaster has come upon us. We must leave our land because our homes have been torn down. Listen, you women, to the word of Adonai. Open your ears to what he has to say. Teach your daughters to wail. Teach one another how to lament. For death has crept in through our windows and has entered our mansions. It has killed off the flower of our youth. Children no longer play in the streets, and young men no longer gather in the squares. And Adonai says, bodies will be scattered across the fields like dung, or like bundles of grain after the harvest. No one will be left to bury them. This is what Adonai says. Let not the wise man gloat in his wisdom, or the mighty man in his might, or the rich man in his riches. Let them boast in this alone, that they truly know me and understand that I am Adonai, who is just and righteous, whose love is unfailing, and that I delight in these things. I, Adonai, have spoken. A time is coming, says Adonai, when I will punish all those who are circumcised in body, but not in spirit. The Egyptians, Edomites, Ammonites, Moabites, the people who live in distant places, and yes, even the people of Judah. Like all these pagan nations, the people of Israel also have uncircumcised hearts. Listen to what I am telling you to do. What I'm telling you. Listen. Make sure that you are not just circumcised physically. Just because you're following the law in the physical stance does not mean that your heart has been circumcised. And Yah is saying tonight, make sure that you are circumcised both in spirit and in flesh. Because Yah is saying, I am coming down and I am finna judge everyone the same. No one will be excused. Make sure that you are both following Yahweh in spirit, and make sure that you are following Yahweh in his laws. Yah is not playing with people. Yah is doing a realignment of his people. Yah is doing a realignment of righteousness. And believe me, I have wept for weeks here within my own home, and I couldn't understand why I was breaking down and weeping so much. And I get it now. Yah is saying we must be circumcised, both in spirit and in flesh. And if you're one and not the other, you are going to be taken out of the way. Hear me clear tonight. Hear what the Spirit of the living Yah is saying tonight. Yahweh Sabaoth. Listen to what he's saying. You must be circumcised, both in spirit, of heart, and you must be circumcised in the flesh. One will not do. So if you are not walking in righteousness, if you are setting traps, if you are setting your brother up, if you are lying, if you are scheming, if you are doing things that you believe you can get away with, Yah is saying, check yourself tonight. Check yourself, check your spirit. You must be circumcised in both in spirit and in flesh. You must be doing the law the way Yah tells you to do the law, and you must be walking in the spirit the way Yah has called you to walk in the spirit. With that said, we're coming in a time where you cannot trust everybody. Listen to me carefully. Yeshua gave us a warning that it will come a time that even your own brothers and your own family members will betray you. We are living in that time now. Pray about the people that come close. Pray about the people that you come in contact with. Pray about everything that Yah, or that you believe that Yah is telling you to do. Pray. Follow his leading. Do not trust what people say, because we are coming in a dangerous time. So yeah, and for those of you women out here that you follow Yahweh, you believe in Yahweh, and you're doing your best to teach your children how to walk in Yahweh's way, you need to be interceding for your family. You need to be on your knees. You need to be weeping for your children, that Yah will guide them, keep them, protect them wherever they go. And if you have any reservation about any place, share it with your children. I don't care how old they are. Share it. Yah has always given my parents warning about things concerning me. Do you understand? And if they go out there and they do not listen to the warnings that you're giving them, then they have to deal with those consequences. And trust me, I've done it before. Where Yah has told my parents, I got into an accident and I went out there anyway, thinking that it's going to be all right. And then I got into an accident. And I'm not saying that you should be afraid of going anywhere, but you need to be praying about these things. Whatever the enemy sets up against your family and your children, you can tear it down in the spirit. You just have to know what tools you need to use. But tonight, Yah is calling you and telling you, number one, we need to be checking our hearts. Don't set nobody up. Do not set trap for people. Do not get into scheming. Do not get into deception, says Adonai. Do not. But for people that are coming close to you and staying connected to you, pray about everyone, because even the very people that you believe in will betray you. It's time to get serious. And Yah is saying, he's judging everybody. We are not the exception here. Listen to what I'm saying. None of us are an exception. We must be circumcised, both in spirit and in flesh. So tonight, let that message sit with you. And if Yah has touched your heart, pray. I'm not going to pray. So listen, Yah gave you a mouth the exact same way that Yah gave me a mouth. Okay? So for those of you that are constantly going to other people to pray for you, listen. Get behind closed doors in your house. Get behind in the most private room, your bedroom, your bathroom, whatever that room is, and pray, intercede. Ask Yeshua to show you how to pray, to show you how to intercede for your family, for your children. Start driving the enemy out of your home, out of your children. Get on your knees. Set a time schedule. Yah is saying this is serious. Check your heart, check your thought, and ultimately make sure that whoever is coming close, you're praying about it. Because your very brothers and sisters are setting you up, Yah says. With that being said, that is the message for today. I pray that it has ministered to you. I pray that it has revealed some things to you. And listen, when Yah gives me a message, he doesn't play. So I pray that you take this message with the seriousness that Yah is speaking to you today. And pray. Fast and pray. And for those of you that have children that belong to Adonai, you need to be praying over your children's safety daily. Daily. Keep them away from people that might set them up. Keep them away from people that might do them harm. And if Yah gives you warning, you share that with your children. We're living in serious times, y'all. Stay connected to the Spirit of Yahweh. Listen to the Spirit of Yahweh. With that being said, have a blessed Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom to you and your family. And keep praying, keep interceding, and keep listening to Yah. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.